This is the Mert Auto Trader video for the 3rd of March 2015, 4th of March 2015 and 5th of March 2015 because I've been moving house and I'm now settled in with an 80 megabit per second broadband line, which is means I can upload and download to my heart's content. On the 3rd of March, the system entered a sell trade, but it was a dummy trade because it didn't reckon that it was a strong enough signal to actually trade, which was a mistake because clearly the market dropped away and it was a good trade. The trade ended here because we got a long bar and the simulated trade was exited for a simulated profit. We don't claim real profits when it's a dummy trade. The system then carried on and it actually entered into a real sell trade here, which unfortunately was stopped out for a 4-point loss. A loss day. The next day, the 4th, the system entered another short trade here, which was promptly stopped out. So another 4-point loss. So after our 8 days of profits, we're having a couple of days of losses. But the important thing is to note is that the profits are big and the losses are 4-point losses. And when the market just doesn't break away or go anywhere and stays around the reference bar, that's when we get stopped out. On the 5th, the system again entered a dummy trade here, didn't do anything, and then the dummy trade got stopped out and we entered a short trade here, a real short trade, which stayed in. And when we down here, hang on, I can show you the actual text for the day. So we entered a sell trade here, and then when the price got here, the sell stop was moved to break even, and you can see that the red line is now the same as the entry line. Initially the red line would be, the red line's up here for the sell trade, and then it gets there, and unfortunately we get stopped out, but we don't lose any money because this was a dummy trade and then we got stopped out at break even. So the net result was our loss for the dummy trade was 0 and our sell trade profit loss was 0. So we traded once, didn't lose any money. So 3 days without any profit. The next thing I wanted to show you was the SPX open interest. And in March, I noticed that they're beginning to pile on lots of puts, but this happens all the time below 2100. And the calls are building up in March gently, but in April, they're piling on lots of puts and the calls are increasing quite significantly. They're getting bearish. But in my experience, when people get bearish, they invariably don't get rewarded. Occasionally they do, but normally they don't, especially in a bull market. But that could be wrong. At some point, they will get rewarded and everybody will be happy. In May, look at all the puts that are being put in and the calls. My guess is the puts are long and the calls are short. Because in my experience, I have seen that in these market conditions where we're making new highs and consolidating around the highs, they pile in on bearish bets. Okay, thank you very much. I'll post this to YouTube and hopefully I'll continue with daily videos tomorrow. Thanks, bye.